Once you get this ring, show me.
Why don't you pick up somebody your own size? Buster!
That is so cool. Many people know him as a professional wrestler with the ring name Brodus Clay, the Funkasaurus. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you did get that right. And kudos to you, man. That's footage from a TV series called Love about 6 years ago, maybe longer. Yep.
Tyrus, I didn't even introduce you yet.
They know who I am.
Others know him as a bodyguard to celebrities like Snoop Dogg. But now, most of you know him because of his role here at Fox News as Tyrus.
Yeah, I literally need no introduction anymore, but your kind words are great.
In D.C. that can really call George Santos a liar without being a hypocrite.
What is a liar, Greg? You know, I feel like that's a gross mischaracterization
Yes.
of George. George is more of an improv artist, okay? He goes in a room, give me a word, give me a place,
Yes.
and let's have some fun.
He gained a big following from his first bestseller about his remarkable life. Now he finds himself on stage doing stand-up when he's not busy saving the Greg Gutfeld show and making it #1. He's out with a new, certain-to-be bestseller already called Nuff Said, offering his take on the issues that matter most to Americans while still weaving in some of his unique background. Tyrus, welcome. Congratulations. I read the whole thing one sitting. One standing on the elliptical. Right
on the
through
elliptical. And good for you, because you're staying fit. And you know, in the book, my chapter about Fox Family, I talk about you a little bit. And I know it's
I'm honored,
rare
seriously.
for you to get compliments these days,
Never had
especially
one.
on the Gutfeld show, which we're still trying to figure out why all those shots are still being fired at you. But you're one of the guys who, since I've been here, you extended the branch, and I was happy to sit on the learning tree. And I believe in this book I talk about you, the backbone of Fox, because if you need someone, whether it's any day of the week, any time or night, you and your little backpack will be there. So.
Right. It's not a little backpack. It's a full body backpack. It's little to you.
It's little to me.
Because you're 6'8". 6'9"?
6'8". No,
6'8".
6'8".
You're right. So here's the dedication, I think, tells a lot about why you got to get the book. You say, I dedicate this book to pain, loss, and failure, the 3 greatest teachers in life. You can't win without them. You've experienced that all really before the age of 18.
Right, but we don't celebrate it enough. And I think one of the biggest problems that we're seeing, especially with parenting in this country, is everyone's trying to avoid the bumps and bruises and scrapes of life and failures by not participating. So you have to give homage, because I couldn't be here where I'm at today if I didn't get fired, released, cut, kicked out. Like all the bad things that helps build your character. So when I was thinking about who to dedicate it to, I thought about dedicating it to the dark parts of my life, because those were the biggest teachers in life.
Right.
And anyone who's been anywhere, it's never been just a smooth sailing. Like I just saw my goal and I just went and got it, you know. And I had to get a lot of roads to fill my path, and I wouldn't be as well-rounded as I was if I had not been fired so much and let go or let down or betrayed and all the other things that happened to us.
Leaving your house, leaving a team, getting cut from the WWE, going back to the WWE, all these things that happen, being told really, your friend invites you over to sleep over. After a while,
you got to go.
The big guy's got to go.
Yep.
Here's an excerpt from your book. In fact, you should read it because you did the book on tape.
This is why I bring my glasses. If we're going to make any progress as a society, we need to be willing to have an uncomfortable conversation. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to have different opinions, but let's always strive to listen to each other.
No one does this anymore.
No, and not even that. They don't even want to hear it. And, you know, and it goes on to say, that's just what makes this country great. That's what makes us human. Like, we have to stop hating somebody because they vote differently, because we're told there's something wrong with them. Like your holiday, were you arguing with anyone? And I'm sure everyone in your family doesn't vote the same as you. Because I didn't have that issue in my family. Like, we're just happy to be around each other. And we argued about other things, like who gets the last drumstick. And of course, the rule is me. So I don't know why my children thought to.
And that's
betray
why
me.
would anyone wrestle with you about that? We just ask Dad and we work our way backwards. There's another study that came out that really is part of your story. Sports means a lot. Coaching means a lot.
Coaching means everything.
You were a teacher. So kids today are quitting sports in droves. Why? The study says body image issues, they don't think they look the part, social media, what if I'm not good, gender bias, and coaching styles. Your reaction to that?
See, I disagree with that. I think it's parenting. I think it all goes back to home, because quitting is a top behavior. And not allowing your kids to go, like, for example, I sat the bench the beginning of my football career. I sat the bench in the beginning of my baseball career, basketball career. Basketball career, I used to get laughed at because I didn't quite understand how it was to dunk. I was tall enough to dunk, but I remember running down the court, stopping, then jumping, and just missing everything and having my friends laugh at me. I didn't go home. I kept working at it, and then one day I threw down a dunk, and I remember my buddy still wouldn't put me over. He said that was a Vlade Divac dunk. In the time of Michael Jordan, that's a backhanded compliment. But then it was two-hand tomahawks after that. But it was the failures. And what's happening with our parents is these bulldozer parents is we're creating these false sense of accomplishments, and then they get in the mix, and their kids don't stack
Can't handle
up.
it.
And they rather blame the coach or the teacher or the school. Like, no one, when you're failing at something, you never look at, we're not looking at what can I do better? Do I need to spend some time with my son helping him hit? And if I can't, do I have the means of getting him a batting coach? Or tell him, we don't quit in our family. And guess what? Being on the bench and playing behind somebody means you got an opportunity every day to compete and get better. And that's the message, I think.
I always thought there was glory in effort and was
Yes.
underappreciated. If you give your all and you don't get the result, your glory is delayed for now, not denied. I want to end up, real quick, 30 seconds, bullying. Harder today because of social media.
Well, you can't
get
escape
picked on,
it.
you can't escape it.
You can't, like, especially for girls in this country. Boys are still, we do it at the school grounds, and then we go home, walk in our door, we pretty much get a break. But the girl stuff doesn't end. Like, for example, if a girl's wearing an outfit and she takes a picture and posts it, and then the mean girls and kids at school says she looks stupid, and they make fun of her at school, then she goes home and then she sees all the comments on her Facebook and stuff. Like, it just never ends, and that's what's different today. And we're no longer telling. We've got this, if you ask kids, well, what happens to people who tell? You'll still hear that snitches get stitches. And that's what criminals say. Like, we've gotten away, that's a cliche from a movie. Like, we need to get back to parenting, telling, and going after the bully, because bullies don't bully when they get fire back.
And this way, you're going to love this book. It's a mixture of advice and where your beliefs come from, your personal story, and then why everyone should watch your career develop here at Fox.
Yep.
Great to see you.
Thank you, as
All right.
always, B.
And I had that same outfit on. I quickly changed at the last minute when I realized
We had that
were gonna be
confrontation
exactly
because we didn't want a
Right.
Jessica Tarlov, Judge
Yeah.
Janine issue.
We
so-
both can't have our tattoos out.
No, we can't.
All right. Meanwhile, be sure to follow One Nation on social media. Tyrus does. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. How do you do that? @KillMeat. It's going to be enjoyable. So you always know what's coming up.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.